Hello everyone, this is Ritesh. So this is our agenda for today. We are going to talk about basic charts, and definitely this is an important and integral part of the Tableau Desktop PDF Specialist exam guide. So we are going to cover this today, creating basic charts with Tableau. So stay tuned, and this will be at my YouTube description, or this will be at my website where I'm going to create this tutorial on the Tableau Dex Specialist certification. So let's get started. Basic charts. This is the bar chart. This is one of the most common chart. A bar chart or bar graph is a chart or graph that presents categorical data with rectangular bars with heights or length proportional to the values that they represent. So if I just go directly to a stacked bar chart, you can see the height of the bar is directly proportional to the sales, which is a measure over there, right? And at the same time, I have dragged ship mode to color that makes it a stacked bar or a group bar, right? A bar graph shows comparison among discrete categories. So here discrete category is uh, years of the order date. History, many sources consider William Playfair to have invented the bar chart. So he is the one who has created the bar chart. So a vertical bar chart is sometimes called a column chart. So this is a vertical bar chart. Sometimes you do, if I just swap the rows and columns, and if I just sort this, the horizontal charts is basically or mostly used for top end scenarios. So top end cricketers, top end companies and all, whenever you see these on your desktop or the newspapers as well, you will see those horizontal bars. So this is mostly used for the top end scenarios, not for this. So let me make it the original column bar or column chart, right? So this is the bar chart. Now stacked bar chart. So we can cover that as well. Group chart, group bar. A bar graph can also be used for more complex comparison of data with grouped bar chart and stacked bar chart. In a grouped bar chart for each categorical group, there are two or more bars. These bars are color coded to represent a particular grouping. So in this case, if I just show you, so there are two types of stacked bars you can say. In one of the case, you can have measures in different colors, where as in the other case, you can have dimensions, category, an additional category with different colors you can represent. Again, you represent the bars would represent the measure only, but the colors would represent measure in one case, and the colors would represent the additional dimension that you are adding to your visualization in the other case. So this is very simple to create. If you see, we are doing nothing. You have the in this case you are dragging the measure name to colors, whereas in this case you have dragged the segment or the dimension that you want to analyze in the form of a stacked bar. So in this case, you see as separate bars for different segments over there. So it shows you the proportion of sales home office is having for that very particular year. So in one case, you are going to drag measure name, and in the other case, you are going to drag the particular dimension. These are the stacked bars. Scatter plot is nothing but also called as a scatter graph, scatter chart, scattergram, or scatter diagram is a type of plot or mathematical diagram using Cartesian coordinates to display values for typically two variables. So in this case, we are going to derive relationship between two measures, right? Something like y is equal to mx plus c, so that you can also predict value with that variable. For example, to display a link between a person's lung capacity and how long that person could hold their breath, a researcher would choose a group of people to study, then measure each one's lung capacity and how long that person could hold their breath. Right. So, so with the help of samples of the story, we can see over there that here we have two measures. Like in that case, we were trying to measure lung capacity as the first variable and how long that person could hold their breath. So these are the two measures. So in this case, in the sample superstore, we have profit and sales. So we want to derive a relationship between profit and sales. When we say relationship, so I can predict sales. So if you see at the top, sales is equal to something into profit plus this thing. So if you have profit with you, you can predict sales. At any point across the axis, you have profit, you can predict the sales. Just remember that it's not that straightforward. The R squared value and P value will determine the, should say, accuracy of your line, right? So that is not part of this very particular lecture, but it's not that straightforward. But this is the way. But how do you create this? So if I want to derive a relationship between sales, and after that you can say, see, by default, this is a scatter plot, but you'll have to choose. You need to choose the dimension for which you are going to derive those lines. Here you have the category and also the level of detail. In this case, the level of detail is region. So we are concerned with region. And now you go to analysis and trend line. Now it will ask you, okay, I want the linear one. And this is the way you create your scatter plot and the way you get the relationship between the two variables. Map with Tableau. Now, so let's go with map with Tableau. So before, that creating map with Tableau is very simple. You just go over there, you double click on latitude and longitude, and you get the map, or you just click on country or state, you get the map. But this is because our data is readily acceptable by Tableau. But in order to make it readily acceptable, what you have to do, you have to ensure that your longitude and latitude field should have a data type of number. That should be decimal. A data role of measure and be assigned the latitude and longitude geographical role. Then only you can do that. All other geographical fields should have data type of string. Remember that as well. Data role of dimension and be assigned the appropriate geographical roles, right? So in this case, if we see, this should be under dimension of type string. Here, by default, you see country, and because Tableau is intelligent enough to take any column named as country, state, city, or postal code as the geographical. You don't need not to convert that to geographical role. But if you have something else other than city over there, right? Or say, if there, instead of city, you have something called location over there, which is of type city, then definitely you have to go and assign the geographical role. So you have the option over there, country, country region. So you can act according to the same. Have that, you have the different options over there, like hierarchy map, create hierarchy with map. So what's that? You can see over there, you just concentrate on this in the data pane, right click on the geography country, then select hierarchy, create hierarchy, right? So hierarchy, so this is one of the most common thing that you will have with your map. You would like to drill down, for you, from country you want to go to state, then you want to go to city. So what do you want to have? You want to have hierarchy. How do you create the hierarchy? It's nothing but so you will have to just create that hierarchy with the option of hierarchy, create hierarchy, and after that you will have to just drag and drop it over there. For example, if I just want to create hierarchy over there, a new hierarchy, and after that, what do you have to do? You have to drag and drop under this hierarchy, like this country, this is state, like this is the way you create the hierarchy. I just wanted to show you. I need not to do it, right? After that, custom map. So you have to talk about the custom map. So now we know how to create a map. Now we know that the properties that our columns or fields should have before we work on the map part of any Tableau visualization. So now what we can do is we can just see, we can create a basic map, and I say state, and after that I go to map and map layers. So you have different options over there. For example, you have style, if you want it dark, if you want to add coastline, if you want to remove base, you can do that. if you want to have water labels. Also, you have the options of having data layer over there. For example, if you want to have US population with male or female ratio, you can have that as well. So this is the way you create custom maps. Now coming to the combination chart, these are simple charts where you have two different measures, and each measure is being represented by a type of chart, right? Here you can see the profit is uh, denoted with line and the sales with bars. So first of all, since you have two different measures, so first of all, I'll create a new worksheet and we'll have sales and profit. And it will be analyzed across order date. So now you have two. In order to create a combined chart, you will have to go to one, for example, here. So there are different options over there. I can have mark type like bar over there. So one you can have as bar. And you can see that sometimes the bar would hide the other data points over there, which does not look nice. So at the back, you are having sales, right? So you can go to that very particular measure and I can say move marks to front. So now it has come to front. You also have the option to synchronize the axis like this if needed. If needed. So this is the way you create the combined chart, right? So we talked about two types of strength. Last but not the least, the heat map. We would like to communicate with colors. Heat map means communicating with colors, right? So for example, we are trying to communicate over there that for the segment corporate, right? Maybe this one. For the segment corporate and subcategory tables, we are in loss. The maximum loss is under this. So that's what. So we can create a new one, not an issue. Create a new worksheet with the segment at columns. Segment at columns and region and subcategories. Region and subcategories. Right. And the method, right. Maybe we can have red to green. Also, you have border option. We can turn that to gray so that you get some, proper border over there. That will give you a bit better visual appearance. So this is your heat map. So basically, with heat map, sometimes you try to not only communicate with colors but with the size as well. So for example, if I want to analyze the sales at the same time as well, I will drag that to size. So you can have you are analyzing two things over there. The bigger the size means the more is the sales, and with the color you are analyzing profit, right? So I think we are done for today. We have let me check once again that if we have covered everything over there. Bar, line, scatter, map, combine, dual, stack, chart to show specific value. So I think we have covered everything. I will also share this worksheet at my YouTube description and at the website as well. So keep on dancing with data, क्योंकि data ही दाता है क्या तुमको सब कुछ आता है. Bye bye.